Hi guys, it's Pat, your German finance buddy. In this video we will talk about 10 different reasons why most people are still living paycheck to paycheck. If you are one of them, then most probably some bad habits have crept into your life. But I'm convinced that your finances will change for the better if you drop just one or two out of the 10 bad habits I'll share with you today. But it's really hard to break a bad habit. I know. But it's worth the effort because you're doing it for your future self, maybe even for your future family, and not for anybody else. The most common reasons people struggle financially range across 4 different topics. They have bad investing and spending habits, a limiting financial mindset, and an unsatisfying job or income. But every step you take to improve your financial situation today will be an advantage for the rest of your life. These 10 or 20 minutes every other day that you spend reading about finance or watching a video like this will improve your financial life and these of the people around you, because you will want to talk about money and share your knowledge with others. But enough talking, let's dive right in. We will start with the topic of spending and look at one of the key reasons that keeps you living from paycheck to paycheck. It's because you most probably don't track your expenses. More than 60% of Americans don't know what they spent last month. And if you are a millennial or a Gen Z under 35 like me, 3 out of 4 of your friends don't track their spending. That's completely crazy, and because of that, average Joe overspends $7,500 per year. And that's not surprising if you don't even know what you spent last month. And over time, money becomes the stress factor number 1 that keeps circling your mind. When I started working at the age of 18, I didn't know myself what I spent each month. At that time, I could only hope that no major expense like a car repair would come my way. I was frustrated and ready to change something. I read a lot of tips and tricks about saving money, but tracking my expenses was the first thing I implemented. Since I started doing this, my financial situation changed completely. All it took was a simple spreadsheet and 2 to 3 minutes each day to write down my expenses. As Peter Drucker once said, you can't improve what you don't measure. I finally understood where all the money went and cut down my non-essential expenses as much as possible. I saved hundreds and then thousands of dollars, or to be precise, euros, for my first investments. Of course, that were some low-cost index funds. To get you started with expense tracking, I'll share a simple spreadsheet that I'm still using today. Use it for 3 months and you will know a lot more about your financial situation. Link to the spreadsheet down below in the description. If you find this helpful, please go on and share this video with your friends and family. And hit that like button so that more financially struggling people can see this video and use the spreadsheet. Thank you guys. As soon as you start to track your expenses, you'll probably realize that you have way too much consumer debt. This is the next major obstacle on your way to a comfy financial cushion. Let's look at an example. You save some money and decide to buy a new Ford Explorer. Yeah, my friends and family should see how well I'm doing. So you take out a $50,000 loan and repay it over 72 months at an APR of 4%. There's also a $1,500 upfront fee that you have to pay in cash. And then you have to pay $782 for the next 72 months, totaling $57,822. You are paying over $6,000 in interest, and at the same time your car depreciates while it's mostly standing in the garage. After only 5 years, it has lost almost 40% or 19 grand of its value. Add the almost 8 grand in fees and interest and you lost around 27 grand on your car. not including gas, insurance, and visits at the car repair shop. That's a huge burden if you want to save some money. And on top of that, the average credit card debt is $6,200. If you repay $250 per month at an APR of 20%, it takes almost 33 months to pay off the balance. And along the way you will pay more than $1,800 in interest. To move in the right direction, you should choose a good used car and get rid of your consumer debt as fast as possible. Your future self doesn't care if you impress people today. It's not interested in cars, clothes, or a huge house. Your future self will be the happiest with financial stability. Remember, money is the stress factor number one. The next reason that keeps you poor might be your expensive habits and hobbies. You probably like to go to restaurants, maybe twice a week, or at least order some takeaway food. Most of you guys either like skiing, golfing, motorboating, or collecting sneakers. Maybe you are a member of a fancy health club. That's all fun, and I do some of these things myself, at least occasionally. But if you track your expenses, and you'll definitely do this starting today, you will realize how expensive these hobbies are. I'm not suggesting you should drop them all completely, but take some time and think about which of them really add value to your life. Is that restaurant meal really so good that it's worth $50? Or is it more fun to start a dinner rotation with your friends? Replacing just one expensive habit with a virtually free one like biking or hiking will have a huge effect on your bank account. Of course, you shouldn't give up a hobby that you really enjoy, but give free activities in nature a chance. Try riding your bike during sunset or meet your friends for a game of basketball. At least for me, it didn't take long until I enjoyed these free activities more than some of my more expensive hobbies. Now that we've talked a lot about spending habits, let's look at your income and how you can increase it. A big reason why a lot of people have no financial leeway is because they are not asking for a raise. If your employer doesn't grant you at least a 3% salary increase per year, you should definitely ask for it. The average raise in the US is between 3 and 5%. Be confident, make a list of your accomplishments, schedule an appointment with your boss and tell her what you achieved. I acquired 3 new customers that generated 100 grand in sales. And I took the lead on that project that saves us 30 grand each year. Do it like Joe, because numbers are the best proof of your achievements. If your new clients pull in $100,000 in sales, there's a good chance that you get your 3 grand raise. If your boss keeps putting you off, there's another way you should think about, and that's changing jobs. It's a bigger step, because you have to leave your comfort zone, apply for a new job, and maybe even leave some dear work buddies behind. But consider this, the average salary increase for job switchers is 14.8% in 2022. If you earn the average salary of about $54,000 per year, that would be an $8,000 pay raise. That's a lot of money. So asking for a raise or switching jobs is a great and underestimated way to improve your financial situation. Know your value and demand to be paid accordingly. The next reason why a lot of people keep living paycheck to paycheck is because they trade time for money. A great way to increase your income would be a job where you earn commissions instead of a fixed salary. So if you haven't already chosen a career, or if you are not happy in your job, think about switching to a job where you earn commissions. Because you've probably heard it before, if you trade time for money, your income is always limited. It's impossible to work 12 to 14 hours a day for a longer period without harming your health. You would simply have no more time for recreation, exercise, and to enjoy life. If you earn commissions, you can decouple time and income. Interesting commission-based jobs are real estate agent, insurance agent, advertising sales agent, recruiter, and so on. The great advantage of a commission-based job is that the better you get, the more you earn. As soon as you make a more convincing sales pitch, you will earn more money. And once you are a little more efficient, you can use the time saved to close another sale or work a little less. There are two different ways to approach a commission-based job. You can say to yourself, I'll work 50 hours per week and earn as much as possible. Or you can say, I'll try to earn 100 grand per year and work as little as possible for it.
I'll work as hard and as long as possible to make really big bucks.
Okay, Joe, that's totally fine for 2 or 3 years. But be careful and don't risk your health because you get greedy. To be honest, it's not easy to thrive in a commission-based job. You need a fair amount of self-discipline and must be prepared to deal with a fluctuating income. But on the other hand, you have a high earnings potential and you own your schedule. If you are willing to take some risk to build a financial cushion, a commission-based job might be a good fit for you. We covered a lot of ground in this video and talked about the first 5 reasons why most people still live paycheck to paycheck. You can be broke because of your spending habits or because you are not unlocking your full earnings potential. But I have 5 more reasons for you in part 2 of this video. Stay tuned to discover problems ranging from investing to financial planning and mindset. See you on the other side of this video, your German finance buddy.